Hey guys, it's Sonic Waffles 80, and this is, well, Air Force goes crazy. Okay, if you hear any noise, that's just my mom with her friends. Okay, let's start this video. Sorry, I need to set this back up, okay? Well, this is one of the Star Wars things, okay? Remember when, Luke went into a Jedi? I mean, yeah. Okay, so, a Sith or whatever. I'm not really a Star Wars fan. So, he goes in, and then he meets this guy, his old body. And his old body was like, hey, I want my body back. I want my head back where it goes. Yeah, you know what I mean, huh? That's what I mean, yeah. I want my old body back where it belongs. Or else I'll do the Matrix on you, huh? See what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, then he got really mad. And then he says, I'll be back. I'll be back with more weapons. So then he leaves. Okay? And then, he's like, I wonder what he meant by I'll be back with weapons, huh? Like, what'd I do to him? All I did was do the Matrix, huh? I'm a harmless guy. So it was like 5 days later, and then he came back with some kind of weird helicopter. It's a Z card. It's like you see, he goes like, whoa. And then he's like, hey, I'm coming back with that little thing. No, this is not a little thing. It will kill you. Sorry. So then he's like, no, how can you defeat me? No, I'm gonna hit you again. So then he hits him. He gets really, really mad. And then he goes hijack some guy, which has like some kind of weird rifle. And he's all like, he's like, yeah, sure, what's your problem, guy? I'm just gonna take your rifle. Huh. And then he kicks him off out of the way. Okay. So then he's like, yeah, look at me. Yeah, I have a big gun. Yeah. Yeah, I have a big gun. So then he comes up to the guy again, because he came with another ship. Except this time it was different. It was like this. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. What? And then it's like he comes out and he's like, oh, how can you defeat me? Oh. Whoa. And then he shoots up some kind of weird claw, and then he goes back into the stage. So then he's like, come on, let's switch back bodies. Come on, please. And then he's like, no. And he kicks him, and then he falls off the Grand Canyon. Which I don't know how it happened, because they were in Star Wars in the Death Star. Which doesn't really make sense. So then he falls off the Grand Canyon. And he's like, ouch, that's gotta hurt. What was I thinking? Well, I'm gonna go get a plane and save him. So then he goes out with his plane. See? Okay? And then he goes down into the Grand Canyon where he landed. And then he saw him, he's all like dead, yeah? It's all dead. Then he lands his ship down. And then he's like, what have I done? No, how? Why? I destroyed my own body. Maybe I can fix him. Then he throws his lightsaber. Okay? So he's all like, Maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi taught me how. So then, he puts all the stuff back where he thought it goes, and I think it came out right. He thinks it came out right. Okay guys, do you think this looks right? Well, he thinks it looks right. So then he's like, speak to me! Speak to me! And then he says, okay, that does not look right. So then he goes and builds him again. Then he built him back. And he's like, oh God, thank you that you're a Lego, because Legos can be built back. So let's switch bodies. Switch, 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 switch. Pop off head, pop off head, pop, 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 pop off head. Switching heads, switching heads. And then he puts back his hair. And then he puts it back on. And then they get all mad because he's like, hey, that's my gun. And then the other guy gets really mad and starts kicking him. And then they start having a big battle. So then he comes back with a switchblade. A switchblade. It's one of these. Luke comes back with a switchblade. And he's all mad. Like, why the heck did you beat me up, man? I hate you. Why won't he stick on? There you go. Then he comes back. It's like, look how I put on. Yeah, see. Then he's like, I challenge you to a Z-card battle. Bakugan. Seriously, man, what does Bakugan have to do with this? Seriously, dude, you're messed up. So then he comes back with a tank. What's the tank's name? What's the tank's name? Its name is T-80UD. So then he comes back with the T-80UD. I can't seem to get him on with this one. It's so hard. Okay, and he's like, let's have a battle. Pretend they just go in, so I can't fit them on. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you with my spear. Wow, that really hurt, man. That really hurt. So then, see, look, here's the tank. Here's the tank. See? Okay. And then he's like, how could that not hurt you? But it's like 90 attack points, man. 90 attack points. So they start fighting. And this guy named Joe, he comes up and he's like, all like, how come you guys aren't going to invite me to a battle, huh? So then he goes, gets a helicopter, and then he thinks helicopters can drive on ground. So he starts driving on the ground with the helicopter. My helicopter can beat all of you. See? Boom, boom, boom. And then they start having a big battle, everyone. Like some guy named Bobby, and then some guy named Flappies, and then some guy named Really Big Butt Cheeks. Okay? So then they all start battling, like, I'm gonna attack you, Really Big Butt Cheeks. So then they start fighting. And then you see Bobby, he comes up and he's like,